With the release of this new Future album, bro, it got me thinking, what is his greatest piece of work? What is his greatest song? And my mind instantly clicked to that Codeine Crazy, bro. Off top, like that was the first thing I thought about. Thinking back to that time period and thinking back to when that album was made, that was a real moment in time. That was a real historical piece. Future has so many songs that are timeless. Songs that will forever be played for the rest of eternity. As long as this world spins, future songs will be played. A lot to pick from that you can say this is his greatest piece of work. In my opinion though, I have to go with Codeine Crazy. It's literally the personification of a perfect future song. You get every trait that is positive about Future on this song, bro. Many fans describe this song as the ultimate expression of Future's character, a man caught between self-destruction and triumph, along with misery, wealth, vulnerability, confidence. That tension is what gives this song power. Codeine Crazy has become so mythologized that people feel like it was planned that this was going to be his greatest piece of work, bro. The reality of it is more fascinating, I believe. It emerged during one of the more turbulent times of his life and from a beat that was never supposed to get to him. We can honestly say that Future's darkest point of his career was during the creation of Monster. If you don't know what Monster is, this album reinvented Future's entire career.
Monster is just way another saying, just relentless, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, just basically just like, you done just stumped on me to this point, and now I just built myself up to this point where I gotta be, I mean, you gotta be damn near no filter. You can't have no feelings in it. You gotta just do what make you happy, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. But I feel like sometimes the things that make you happy the most is, you know what I'm saying, when you face challenges or whatever in your life, it just create a whole nother vibe for music.
He recorded in 2014, and ever since then, bro, he has transcended the rap game in ways unimaginable. Before Monster, Future was just coming off of Honest. And if y'all don't know about Honest, that's what's him trying to get more radio-friendly hits. And around that same time, his marriage with Sierra has just ended. After that marriage ended, it seemed like Future stopped embracing that pop star persona and started to lean more into him being himself, his true authentic self. What makes Codeine Crazy so special is that it closes the album. By the time the listener gets to this part of the album, we already experienced so many different emotions. Bitterness, excess, loneliness, self-destruction. And Codeine Crazy feels like the emotional confession of that whole entire journey. Pitchfork later described it as the point where Future's struggle between self-reliance and self-indulgence reaches peak. One of the most surprising things about this song, bro, is that TM88 never intended for this to be a Future beat. He meant to send this to Nicki Minaj, gang. In a 27 interview, TM88 details how Nicki Minaj needed beats desperately for her upcoming project.
I really made the beat for Nicki because she was working on her album, and then I was like, I wanted to give her some beats like so bad, and I ended up not getting them to her. And
before he could even send them, Future hit him up like, he ready, he in mode, I need beats.
Future called, he was like, I think it was the next day or the next 2 days, he was like, bro, I need some beats, I'm going in, need you, woo woo. I was like, fuck it, sent the whole pack to him. Ended up getting a lot of stuff that's on Monster, and Codeine Crazy was one of them.
It's one of rap's greatest accidents. If Future never called TM88, Codeine Crazy would never have been a thing. One thing I found interesting that I want to throw in there is that TM88 sampled and was inspired by Cedric Garvis' remix of Lana Del Rey's Summertime Sadness. If y'all know that song, bro, and I never heard the remix, but that song in general, Lana Del Rey, so fucking fire, bro. Gotta throw that in there. But what TM88 did on this, bro, deserves just as much recognition as what the Future did on this, bro. Unlike many trap records that rely on aggression, TM88 made a soundscape that sounded exhausting and lonely, which makes me feel like that emotional space is what gave Future the ability to be absolutely vulnerable as possible on this, which means Future could rap without showing his pain behind pure bravado. It's amazing. I always feel like Future and TM88's relationship musically was top tier, bro. I feel like he complimented Future in ways that other producers couldn't. He actually brought out that real vulnerability out of Future, and I really feel like a lot of producers couldn't make that world that TM88 was making for Future. On Codeine Crazy, this instrumental makes it sound like a fucking movie soundtrack. There are long stretches in this song where Future sounds like less of a rapper and just a man talking to himself in the middle of the night. That's why this song feels so intimate, bro. Like, it just feels so conversation-esque. Like he's literally just talking to us. One reason fans obsess over this song as well is how Future is fucking changing his voice so effortlessly. Rather than sticking to one flow, Future continues to switch from mumbling to singing to emotional outbursts, melodic chanting. It's so many different emotions you can hear in his voice. That's how you know he meant every single syllable. Future sounds like he's thinking aloud in real time. It doesn't feel like it's written, which makes me feel like, once again, like I said earlier, it feels like a fucking confession. Codeine Crazy wasn't a massive hit, bro. It wasn't a radio hit. It didn't dominate the charts. Yet many critics and fans recognize this song as Future's greatest piece of work. Even Complex ranked it as Future's greatest song, bro. The reason is simple. Before Codeine Crazy, people knew Future could make hits. After Codeine Crazy, people realized Future could make art. The song became the blueprint for emotionally vulnerable trap rap that inspired countless of artists after this. Instead of glorifying drugs and success, Future made it sound exhausting. Instead of sounding invincible, he sounded human. That's why the song still resonates a decade later. It captures a contradiction that most people rarely admit, bro. You can get everything you wanted and still feel lost. The beauty of Codeine Crazy is that it disguises itself as a trap anthem while secretly functioning as a fucking tragedy, gang. Most songs about wealth, success, and fame makes you think that it solves all the suffering. Codeine Crazy does the opposite of that. Future spends nearly 6 minutes trying to tell us that success is just another form of loneliness. Beneath all the expensive things, the cars, the girls, and everything else, lies a man who is unable to escape himself. There are songs that are meant to entertain, there are songs to make you feel inspired, and there are songs that reveal things that are painfully human. And Future's Codeine Crazy belongs in that third category. It is not merely a rap song about drugs, money, and fame. It's a meditation of emptiness. It is the sound of a man standing at that summit of success and discovering that the view does not heal wounds he carried there. What makes Codeine Crazy special is that the contradiction is at the center. Future possesses everything that modern culture tells people to desire. Wealth flows endlessly. Fame follows him. The money is not liberation, it's just another burden. Fame doesn't fulfill him, it's just another mask. Future is saying that he doesn't use these drugs as a form of celebrating life. He's trying to soften life as possible. Feels like less of a victory lap and more of he's using it as a coping mechanism. Perhaps one of the more fascinating things is how he jumps from being confident to being depressed throughout the song. One moment he's popping his shit, he's boasting about his success. The next moment, he's exhausted by the life he helped create. That emotional whiplash mirrors the relationship between depression and addiction. Rarely do people exist entirely in confidence. Rarely do people exist entirely in despair. It's instead people transition between both states. This duality is why Future feels like less of a trap hero and more of a literary figure. People do not return to Codeine Crazy because of its references to wealth and drugs. People return because underneath the surface of this song, bro, relies a dark truth. The dark truth that sometimes a person can obtain everything they ever wanted in life and still be unhappy. Future is a genius, bro.